There are 6 lessons that I had to learn the hard way that was making me almost like a repellent to people. And I learned it the hard way so you don't have to. And we're also going to talk about the mystical reason why we tend to start to get in sync with people. We're more toxic around some people than we are around other people on a scientific tip. I'm going to help you to learn from them also. First, hey friend, welcome to my channel, Crean Elude Mental Gems. This channel is dedicated to leveling up in all areas of your life. So let us learn together, read together, but most importantly, grow together. Without further ado, let's jump into number 1. Holding on to the past, never letting stuff go and holding on grudges can make people really avoid you. If you're somebody that lives to talk about all the hurt, the past trauma you've been through, like everything, like people can get very drained by that, right? A person without a forgiving spirit that holds on to everything, you kind of feel like, dang sis, let it go. Like if I hurt this person, they're going to talk about it for decades. They're never going to let it go. It's always going to be a thing. And so people tend to avoid people like that live in the past. So try to live in the present. Number 2 is always being surrounded by drama and falling out with everyone around you. Even if you're not in the wrong, it can be draining for those around you to constantly hear the stories about how yet another friend betrayed you, how your coworkers can't stand you, etc. Some people really just like have a lot of falling outs and they're really good people. It's just they seem to keep attracting negative people, but it can still get draining to befriend with someone that's always falling out with people or always having trouble everywhere, being at the center of drama. They're never at peace. Their life is never calm. It's always chaotic and turmoil. It kind of brings a chaos and turmoil into your own life. So people tend to avoid those type of people in a sense to avoid bringing turmoil or chaos into their own personal lives, right? Number 3 is always being the victim of some tragedy. Something is always wrong with you. Everyone has problems of their own. It may be emotionally draining to constantly have to deal with your problems. Not saying you can't vent every now and then, but for some, it's almost common knowledge to their peers that they're always a victim of some tragic story. And I used to be one of those vulnerable people that if I feel even a little bit closer to you, I'll trauma dump, I'll vent, I'll release everything to you, like too much too soon and in this rapid pace. And then I'm like, why this person don't talk to me no more? Sis, I was doing it all the time. Everything that went wrong with my day, if I felt a little sick, I'm already like, explaining stuff, doing stuff, always finding something wrong with my day. And it was really repelling me from people for a very long time. And I had to do some self-assessment with me. Like if you hang around somebody that things never seem to work out for them, somehow things seem to not work out for you either, the more you hang out with them. And so it's like this rule of thumb. But when good things happen to the people you hang around, it seems to lift you up and good things start to happen to you, right? Too, right? We too will be more attracted to that because a little bit of it rubs off on us, right? So just like the unlucky, it can rub off on us too if we're constantly around people that just seem to things never, and it's their state of mind also. Things don't go well for them and that negativity, you tend to inherit that. Number 4 is a person who always finding a reason to discredit the success of others, not being happy for anyone else's wins, finding an excuse as to why it wasn't you and it was them who found this type of success. People can spot haters based on little comments like that. You may start to see people avoid telling you when good things happen to them. You always seem last to know because they peep that you aren't ever really happy for them or others. It's not that you're being left out. Maybe it's your negative disposition, right? I did used to be the person that compared myself a lot to other people's success. Like, how come this person got this and I don't? And I would sometimes say it out loud, like you're talking to people who think it's cool with you, you'd say it out loud and then they give off that energy like, dang, people start to tell you less and less, like, what if she start talking like that? And so you really have to work on that and be like, start celebrating people, their wins, and know your time is coming. It wasn't this easy for me without, of course, God, I'm going to throw that in there. A lot of prayer and, reading my Bible, being connected with Christ, because it has helped me to be genuinely happy for people. And I have this calm of knowing my time will come for whatever it is that I'm supposed to get. I might not be where this person is or everybody else seems to be going faster than me, but He's the author of time. He's the author of my story, and I don't need to compare. I don't need to be mad. The more I find that I celebrate people's wins, the more I win. But once I throw salt at people, things don't go well for me. And I always have to fix that and pray like, Lord, help me fix it. I don't know the journey I've been through. Like if I hated on someone or tried to block someone's blessing, God did not propel me until I went back and rectified that and made good with it. Not because of the person, but because of my relationship with him. It's like, my child don't function like that. You know, you're not gonna call yourself a child of mine and you're out here blocking other people's blessings or throwing salt on them. Go back, fix that, rectify that. And until I do, things go downhill. But once I rectify it sincerely, genuinely, I thrive. So it's never in my best interest or your best interest to hate on anyone, to compare yourself to anyone, how they look, how much money they're making, where they're at in life, things that's going well for them. Just wait your turn, work hard, and trust the author of your life, and everything will be fine, right? Number 5 is your favorite topics is other people and gossip. Yeah, that's fun in high school, but as we get older, people tend to have real lives, bills, and concerns for their economic growth and governments. If you have no substance outside of gossiping about others and celebrities, you will soon turn into that friend or person that people only talk to when they want the tea. You will quickly notice that people avoid you when it comes to anything with depth because all you're good for is getting the scoop on other people. Unless you're Wendy Williams, a historian, or getting paid to know about other people, then cut it out, right? A lot of y'all don't even have a YouTube channel to talk about other people, celebrities, whatever, and y'all do it for free at home all the time with people in your neighborhood. That's not even celebrities. It's not making you no money. You'll be on the phone spending 2-3 hours gossiping about somebody. That time is money. Like, what are you doing for 3 hours gossiping about somebody, having whole meetings, girl, adding people to the line, y'all talking when you could have been productive during that time. You're not getting paid for it, sis. So cut it out, you know? And it makes people avoid you also because I'm a strong believer. People that used to gossip to me about other people when I used to listen to gossip, those were the people we'd have talks about. Girl, you better not tell this girl none of your stuff because she can't hold water. She will tell all your business because they stopped being friends and so ever. That's how I judge people. If you're constantly the one who's gossiping about people, I'm never going to tell you my stuff. That's one. I'm never going to trust you. Always going to be last to know. And I probably would have only called you to know what's the scoop, right? And not just that, but also if I got to the level of maturity in my spiritual journey to be like, if I'm sitting here listening to it, then this person's not going to trust me to be like, okay, if someone was to talk bad about me, Kareen would just be sitting there listening to it. So I don't even want to listen to it. I don't want to sit and listen to it. And I'm glad that my very close circle of friends we all have that mentality now. We just don't gossip. We talk about, there's just so much to talk about: business, life, health, God. Like, we just don't. And we all kind of had a meeting actually through my good girlfriends. We were just like, listen, we tired of this. We're not gonna be living like this. And so when someone outside of our circle try to come in with that, we just be like, it's understood. We're not going to be gossiping. There's just so much more to do. And it's just not the Christian character. Let me not say Christian. It's just not a positive trait to have or a characteristic to have. And I do believe that if you sit, you entertain certain things, the will always come back to you. There'll be people that entertain things with you, but when you mind your business, people know you out the way. Even if the enemy tried to have people come lie on you, there will always be people that defend you, that look out for you, that you will never be a mess. God will protect you and make your enemies your footstool by just minding your business and not participating in a demise or speaking ill of other people, okay? And it's a characteristic that really do repel elevated people from you, that you have no substance. All you talk about is other people. How can you grow if you're still stuck on other people, watching other people? You know, number 6 is being emotionally out of control all the time. You have no discipline over your rage or your emotions. You spiral quickly at the slightest inconvenience. You're always angry, moody, or unbalanced. People never know what they're going to get from you from day to day and almost live in fear of being the focus of your rage. You notice friends and family have to sneak around just to have fun without you because your mood swings sours every occasion. If it's clinical or a disorder, please speak to a therapist and get help. If you notice that you actually can't stabilize your moods on your own, seek help. Moods and emotions are contagious. And here's where I'm talking about the mystical part of it. Like, ladies, if you start to hang around a group of girls for a week, say y'all in the house for a month, you and a group of girls, y'all in the house for a month, you will start to have your periods at the same time. Me and my roommate, my bestie now, we lived together, our periods were always at the same. If she had hers today, I knew mine was coming tomorrow. We were in sync hormonally. And I'm like, how is that possible? And it happens with women. You're in a room with women, group full of women, all their cycles will start to sync. Science cannot explain something so supernatural. But finally, it dawned on me and listened to this doctor speak. She was talking about how depression is contagious. Emotions, all of those things are contagious, right? And how is it contagious? Our bodies literally secrete through our sweat glands, all of that, those hormones, those chemicals that make you depressed and stuff. And so if someone give you a hug or they get close to you, they're in your space, that secretion comes onto you. That energy is real. This is why I even say you have to be cautious of who you sleep with. When I did my soul ties video, I'll post it in the comments for you guys. I want y'all to watch that. When I'm like, it's not that I'm against sex positivity or it's this thing. It's a scientific fact. In the Haitian community, parents would always feel when their kids were in danger. I kid you not. It's just a thing. We cannot explain it. Like, you'll see a parent just stop where they're at and start praying for you, child, and then later that day your parent will be like, where you? Okay, I was praying for you today, da da da, blah blah blah. If they couldn't find you if you didn't have a cell phone, and you find out, I went through it today, I could have died today. My mom just knew to pray for me, my dad just knew to pray for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a sixth sense that parents have, that God give them, that connection to. It's like there is a God, there's a creator, okay? At this point, if you believe we just all happen to be here perfectly with food that grows with the essential vitamins and nutrients that we need to survive, and the ocean just knows its limits, and the sun knows not to burn us, the sky knows not to drop on us, and all of this is just, we're just here. That's crazy to me. That's just me. I've experienced it. I'm from Haiti. I've seen a lot. I know the spiritual side of that. I've seen a lot, okay? I've seen a lot in my life to know that God is real and that he exists. And there's some things we just won't be able to explain. Energy is a real thing. Someone's energy is a real thing, because you got to understand you have an entourage around you 24/7, whether you like it or not, okay? It's an entourage, a spiritual realm that you cannot see. You either have angels around you that God sent to protect you that you cannot see. They're helping you. They're fighting battles that you cannot see. That's your entourage, and you travel with them, and that's the energy. Those angels that with you can't just be anywhere. You can't take them just anywhere or have them anywhere. Or you have demons around you, sis. You have demons around you. It's not a laughing matter, but you have dark energy around you, and it's like a clash. And sometimes your spirit don't go along with someone. It's not necessarily the person. It's your guardians who God appointed to guard you don't want you to mix with this energy that's around this person. These, you know what I'm saying? And the emotions that they're secreting from their body as you're hugging them, you're talking to them, you're holding their hands and stuff, you're inheriting all of that too. You have to be very cautious of who you're around, and your space have to be sacred. People don't want to hear this. That used to scare me. The whole concept of always having an entourage. You're never really alone. You just cannot see, right? If God could open your eyes to see, you probably would freak out, which is why you cannot see. Some people go mess around and want to see, and they see, but like, I don't want to see. Who I have around me, my Lord watches me and protect me. And that means also that because of the entourage I know I have around me, I have to be very cautious about where I go, who I talk to, who I have around me. I'm careful with that. And it's a work in progress. We're all a work in progress, but there is a whole mystical point to this about who you hang around. It's not just scientific and all of that, but it's a mystical reason. And a lot of people live in denial, but live in denial all you want. But that's why there's some people that come into your life and everything seems to not go well for you. Does this relationship you're in, everything is drained out of you. Nothing's going well for you financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. Your life just sucks. And you're like, what? It's who you chose to marry, who you chose to befriend, who you chose to have around you, the places you chose to frequent. All of those things matter. And you bring those energies back into your life, into your space, and you can't understand why things are not going well for you. I don't know. You have to pray about that and be cautious of your space and ask the Lord to show you, because on your own you can't see. I'm not saying to show you the invisible world or anything like that, but to show me strongly, this person's not good for me. This person's not good for me. Or this place, I shouldn't work here. When you're looking for a job, you don't pray over it. When you're looking for a house, you don't pray over the neighborhood. You don't pray over major decisions. Whatever job or venture, even my videos before I do them, you pray over it. Like, I don't want to say anything too crazy. I don't want to say anything that's just me or lead people astray and stuff. We got to start praying over our lives and over things so that we make sure whatever energy is coming around us from God, you know, and it's not from our own understanding, our own wisdom, which is flawed. We cannot trust ourselves. And we're literally ordering our steps the way He wants to. No matter what you want to do, you can pray about anything. You can pray literally about everything, every little detail. God is in every little detail of your life, okay? He cares about every strand of hair, what you eat, etc. And He'll show you the way to best do things, and you just cannot go wrong with that. But this is all I have for you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching this long. If you watched this long, give a thumbs up, check out my soul ties video, and share this video with someone who may need it, and protect yourselves. I love you guys so much. Until next time. Mwah.